Hey YouTube, I forgot to push record. We're in round 2 in match 1 against Dana Fischer, noted elves player, unable to play elves in this format. We have established a board, she has established a board, and we'll see what happens from here. Mage Hunter's a mild problem given my nothing but instants and sorceries in my hand. So that's currently the thing I would like to kill. We have a bounce option for Blood Researcher to reset it, so it's not going to be a huge threat. Deadly Brew, I have to sack. I'll sack a Pledge Mage. I don't mind sacking a Pledge Mage. Oh, and she's going to sack the Colony? Sold. She's going to return the Woe Eater, I guess, which is less than good, but you know. It happens. Woe Eater back. You got it. I guess we can always bounce the Woe Eater when it attacks. Here's Mari Campus. So, we're definitely flying in for 3. And then I think I want the Mage Hunter just dead now. I want it to not exist anymore. So let's get rid of it now. Which leaves up a Barium Books for when the Demogoth Woe Eater comes in. Woe Eater will probably sack like the Honor Troll, I guess. Sacks the land, okay. I guess we could also Arcane Subtraction it and block it for a turn. It would become a 3/6 against our 3/4. I think the Time Walk's just got to be better though, right? Because it depends on what she plays. And we would go get a 4/4, which would also grow our curve. So yeah, I don't mind that. It does feel like she has an instant speed effect. So I'm gonna have to. If it's anything in green or black, it's gonna be growing and killing my cultivator. So I guess I will just bounce it now. And if it's a Snakeskin Veil, cool, but this gets around Professor's Warning, it gets around Big Play, it gets around a variety of things. If it's 10 the Pests, yikes. I did that earlier today. Plum of the Forbidden, that's less scary, but still good. We're going to discard the Subtraction, I think. Yeah. I tended the Pests, the Demogoth Titan, the 11/10. And I had the Owl out that when you tap it, it gives a counter to everything that came in that turn. I won that game. It was pretty good. And then I also, oh, this is going to shuffle away the Titan, or the Woe Eater. I also did like 12 damage off of Dina triggers and Apprentice triggers by sacking a bunch of pests that I made. So that's a big old fractal token. So we want to win the game shortly here. So I guess we start pushing damage. Like so. How big is that going to be? It's going to be a 5/5. Well, mine's going to be a 7/7 and a 6/6. That's fine. I will happily learn. For my own fractal summoning. So that would be a pair of 5/5s. Sure. Well, she might have a land and make a 6/6. So let's grab it for now, but do the Leyline Invocation just to get the bigger version. And then she'll take 3 here. Because then my 7/7 can attack in handily next turn. Yeah, so she can make it a 6/6. Why is she checking my graveyard? Rise of Extus? A Groff. All right. Just going to establish the board. Well, we'll take 3. And it looks like we're going to transition to winning in the air. I doubt it's a Rise of Exodus just because I don't think you really I don't think you check the graveyard before you bother casting that typically, right? I'm usually surprised by the fact that I have to do something other than target a creature with it. She's checking her graveyard now. So did she play Groff in order to double block Groff and Troll? Regrowthing back Field Trip? I don't want to know what she's getting with that. But that means she's not making a Fractal next turn. Which means I'm happy to trade here. Or deal 7. So we can make a 6/6 with this Fractal. This one becomes a 7/7. Seems good. Yeah, let's make a 6/6. Like, it's got to be a Field Trip for Annihilation, right? Although she's looking to make her own Fractal Summoning bigger, maybe? For the Rise, okay. So she can rise my 7/7 and draw me a card. That gets me closer to like a Burying Books, which deals with her Fractal. Burying Books, Burying Books, Burying Books. Have we already seen Burying Books? Oh, we've already seen it. Never mind. All right, so we got a Karok Wrangler into a Serpentine Curve. That seems decent. Though I kind of want to counter on the Aerialist. TBH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, we can do both. Aerialist, Wrangler. And that's going to represent a 3-turn clock in the air. 3-turn clock in the air. She's going to have a 9/9. So it's kind of on jump and race, sort of. And see if we can find a way to kill the 9/9. Like, all we have to do is top deck jump blockers, essentially. Or a Frost Trickster, that also works. So we'll drop a curve, we'll put the counter on the Aerialist, we will fly in for 4, take her to 6. No reach, no secret reach, not even any secret reach. And then we'll tap the 9/9. And this is going to come down to kind of whatever that card is. Village Rites, all right, it's going to come down to whatever these 2 cards are. An Aerialist, stupidly, is the Pay Mana ward, not the Pay Life ward. Hey, we got there. Okay. 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 Is it just the one fractal spell we've seen? It's the one fractal spell that makes me concerned. She has two Woe Eaters because we put one back in and she shuffled it in with Field Trip. So we need to not die to those as well. Which chump blockers are great for. I really want to find a way for the reject coming back in. We just don't have the space. We never saw any tricks, right? So Arcane Subtraction still should do some work. Who are we up against? Dana Fischer. Hey, Phrasing Boom, how's it going? We're in round 2 against Dana. Round 1, we took down Hunter. I'm just going to go back in. We're up a game. So if we win this, we get to go to the finals for our pod. Against, who's playing in this pod right now? Against Isaiah or Garbage Andy. And as we saw yesterday, we can take down Garbage Andy. We're not going to keep that hand. We did beat Hunter on a mull to 5 in game 1. So it can be done. But we're not keeping this hand. It's not even close. One land gets us a test. I don't really want that. That is much better. That's a Pledge Mage into a Trickster with a Mentor's Guidance, and we throw away the Mathematician. That's a start. You're a wizard, right? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're a good little orc wizard. Yes, she is only a little older than your oldest daughter. Not that I know your oldest daughter's age, but she's Dana's 9, 10, 9. I don't know how old she is. She's young and could kick most of our butts in Magic. She's 11? Okay. Yeah, I guess time works like that, right? She used to be 8. You know, I guess 3 years ago. Blood Researcher, Hokey Dokes. We would like to reset that at some point. Yeah, that Dana Fischer, the Elves one. (2010, 11). Okay. That's a whole lot of things. We're not blocking. So we're attacking. And we're mentor guiding and hoping that fixes things here. Quandrix Campus? No. Biomathematician? Sure. Pledge Mage? Sure. Pledge Mage with subtraction up? Definitely sure. I don't think she's won a PTQ, but a PTQ. She's made day 2 of JPs. Okay. Pledge Mage, subtraction up, go from there. I will potentially double block, so we'll just pass the turn. We're hinging on this subtraction, but if we can just buy a little bit of time, this pop quiz should help get us back in as well. Show me a fight spell. Fight spell would be awesome. Not hard removal. Pass of the turn. Don't like that. Don't like that. We'll drop the Mathematician and see where we go from there. She's the youngest to ever win money at a tournament. Ah. All right, so now we can fly in. We've got some blockers. Get her back down to 19. Pass the turn, keeping that much mana up. What's happening? What's happening? Plumb the Forbidden? Can't be a plum just yet. Just scrying. Okay. So that's a whole lot of nothing in hand? Are we bullying Dana? A little bit. 100% assumed that I lost when I replied in Discord and didn't bother checking the stream. That was like early in the match. I alt-tabbed over and I was like, Elto guy's wrong. I need to correct him. I don't care that I'm doing it well on stream. But yeah, we took Hunter down in 2, including on a mull to 5. All right, so in with a 3/3. It can't possibly be made that large, right? How large are you making it? How large is it going? I was wondering about the triple block. I don't want to lose the Pledge Mage, considering it will be a 4/4 very shortly with the pop quiz. She's passing to damage, eh? All right, let's subtract it. Get my counter. No lifelink, no counter. Plum in response. Village rights in response. Village rights in response, sure. So we don't get to learn, that's fine. But no life gain trigger. We get our counter. We'll go from there. Well, I wonder if maybe she's stuck on like Woe Eaters or something. And so she's sort of stuck not casting them because they would just quickly not be there anymore. Search for, I have never seen this cast. Top 5 card, any number into hand, but you lose 3 life for each one you put into hand. Okay. Okay. You'd still play the Woe Eaters. They're really good when you sack them. They're really good. It draws a card too? Jesus. Does it draw a card? Does Woe Eater draw cards? Discards cards. That's not the Woe Eater that I want. It's not the Woe Eater I want at all. Draw and discard and lose life. I love that card. Wow. Taking 6. And a snow day, you say? Well then. Well then. Well then. I'm going to pop quiz before blocks just because I want to test for instant speed effects here. No instant speed effects. And we're going to grab an elemental summoning. In. And then Snow Day should end this. Can we learn anything for lethal? Not with 4 mana. All right, down to 4. Snow Day should do this. Woe Eater, that's fine. Honor Troll, that's fine. A single mana. So tap, 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 block, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, that feels like lethal. And a snakeskin veil up. Sweet. Hey, we did it. Round 3. We're going to round 3. YouTube, see you in a bit.